The Confessions of Saint Augustine, Book 9, Chapter 7. Not long had the Church of Milan begun to use this kind of consolation and exhortation, the brethren zealously joining with harmony of voice and hearts, for it was a year, or not much more, that Justina, mother of the Emperor Valentinian, a child, persecuted your servant Ambrose in favor of her heresy, to which she was seduced by the Arians. The devout people kept watch in the church, ready to die with their bishop, your servant. There, my mother, your handmaid, bearing a chief part of those anxieties and watchings, lived for prayer. We, yet unwarmed by the heat of your spirit, still were stirred up by the sight of the amazed and disquieted city. Then it was first instituted that after the manner of the Eastern churches, hymns and psalms should be sung, lest the people should wax faint through the tediousness of sorrow. And from that day to this the custom is returned. Diverse, ye, almost all, your congregations throughout other parts of the world following herein. Then did you by a vision discover to your forenamed bishop where the bodies of Gervasius and Potasius, the martyrs, lay hid, whom you had in your secret treasury stored uncorrupted so many years, whence you might seasonably produce them to repress the fury of a woman, but an empress. For when they were discovered and dug up, and with due honor translated to the Ambrosian Basilica, not only they who were vexed with unclean spirits, the devils confessing themselves, were cured, but a certain man who had for many years been blind, a citizen and well known to the city, asking and bearing the reason of the people's confused joy, sprang forth, desiring his guide to lead him thither. Led thither, he begged to be allowed to touch with his handkerchief the bier of the saints, whose death is precious in your sight. Which when he had done and put to his eyes, they were forthwith opened. Thence did the fame spread, thence your praises glowed, shone, thence the mind of that enemy, thou not turned to the soundness of believing, was yet turned back from her fury of persecuting. Thanks to you, O my God, whence and whither have you thus led my remembrance, that I should confess these things also unto you? Which great though they be, I had passed by in forgetfulness. And yet then, when the odor of your ointments was so fragrant, did we not turn after you? Therefore did I more weep among you, among the singing of your hymns, formerly sighing after you, and at length breathing in you, as far as the breath may enter into this our house of grass. Chapter 8. You that make men to dwell of one mind in one house, did join with us, Herodius also, a young man of our own city, who being an officer of court, was before us converted to you and baptized, and quitting his secular warfare, girded himself to yours. We were together about to dwell together in our devout purpose. We sound where we might serve you most usefully, and were together returning to Africa, whitherward being as far as Ostia, my mother departed this life. much I omit, as hastening much. Receive my confessions and thanksgiving, O my God, for innumerable things whereof I am silent. But I will not omit whatsoever my soul would bring forth concerning that your handmaid who brought me forth, both in the flesh, that I might be born to this temple light, and in heart, that I might be born to light eternal. Nor her gifts, but yours in her, would I speak of. For neither did she make nor educate herself,